All right, guys, Coach Lou here from Bjj Dominance. So one of the things that I'm always asked on is specific exercises for jiu-jitsu, right? And one of my things is if you don't have prerequisite numbers, or if you're not strong enough in certain basic lifts, it's general scope of work at first, right? It's not, there shouldn't be anything specific. Your specificity that you're working on is your skill set, the technical side, right? Of various guards, various top game, various submissions. We know what we're talking about there, right? So now in the weight room, if and when the person has met pretty much by my standards certain prerequisite numbers, right? They could squat their body weight by 10 reps. They could do 10 pull-ups at their body weight, or do at least 6 or 7, 8 with some load, maybe 20%, right? They're deadlifting their body weight by reps, maybe 1.5 times their body weight for 3 to 5 reps. That's when you start to, now we're strong enough for our relative strength, we're strong enough for our weight class. Now we need to learn how to express that into power, right? But the first baseline is you have to be strong enough first. So let's just say we've met that requirement. One of the things I love to do programming, right, is to put an explosive lift with an isometric lift, right? Meaning one lift's gonna be pulling, is basically moving a load as fast as possible. And the next one, we're gonna be using pretty much the same muscles, but we're gonna be using them isometrically. Now, let's just say in the middle of a roll, you have to pull, you're kicking out somebody's knee, pulling them to the side. Now, for whatever reason, they have really good hips, they were able to fight that, you gotta frame, right? So we have to teach the muscles how to do this, right? Now, I don't like to get very specific and cross the lines, and meaning like, I'm never gonna like be adding a dumbbell in my gi on a mat. I mean, we're doing specific stuff. I don't think there's a need for that, but I think muscles they're kind of dumb and they're very smart at the same time. So I think that some of it can be, it has to be close in mimicry, right? There's a rule or law called dynamic correspondence, right? And now this means if you want to bridge the gap from the weight room to the field or mat, the court, whatever, the movements that you mimic within the weight room have to have pretty damn near close specificity towards the ones that the person's going to be doing in their sport, right? So, but it doesn't mean you have to be 100%. That means you got to be 75, 80, 85% in the ballpark, right? So one of the things I want you to try this out in your own training, right? By all means, because I do this all the time. An explosive row, right? Kettlebell, dumbbell, you should be doing, I like to do a dead start, meaning on the bottom. So dead start, I pull right off the ground every rep. That's going from loose tension to maximal tension, right? Now, the musculature in the upper back is learning how to squeeze really fast and pull, right? So that's part, if it was in a workout program, it would be 1A, right? Now 1B, I hope you guys can see me here, is I want you to hold, you're gonna hold certain positions of a chin up, right? So it's gonna look something like this, where we're attacking, essentially we're going halfway, hold at the top, hold in the middle again, bottom, right? So you could pretty much do this pairing with any exercises, right? As long as the muscles, don't worry about the horizontal pull with the vertical pull. It doesn't have to be that specific, right? But I think that's the rule of dynamic correspondence really helps out here, right? So I think it's gonna really benefit people's game once you're strong enough. I constantly hear it, guys, like, I wanna be able to do cleans, snatches, all this fancy barbell work, right? Let's be honest, guys. Can we bang out 25 strict pull-ups? Can we bang out 15 strict, or rather, can we bang out 25 strict push-ups? 15 strict pull-ups? You know what I mean? Can you squat your body weight by 10 reps? Work on that first, guys, right? Get the basics work, just like jiu-jitsu. Like my teacher always says, the basics work all the way up. Same thing in the weight room, guys. The basics will always be there as long as we're meeting certain principles. But this is something that's cool within the weight room, where you start adding the fusion of kind of explosive work with isometric work, right? The muscles and nervous system are gonna get used to that, guys. And I guarantee you'll feel better on the mat if you give this a try. Till later, guys.